This is Life on Vaca, and we're talking about spending 2 months living in Waikiki. Hi, we're on our morning walk in Waikiki, and this is the Alamana Canal that we walk on every morning. And it's this little patch of trees, these beautiful flowers. They remind me of the magnolias back home in Louisiana. And it's right in this very spot that I experienced the joy, the first time I experienced the joy on this trip, the joy that we've been seeking, the joy that I've been seeking in my heart for the last year and a half as we downsized, sold all our possessions, got rid of our 5-acre estate in South Louisiana, our dream home, downsized our clothes and our possessions, and we did all that for the joy that I feel when we are on this walk on Alamana Canal. We had decided to rent a car from the app Turo, and it was waiting for us at the airport parking lot.
And that was actually very efficient without having to leave the airport and go to another location to pick up the car.
We have a Capital One Venture card, and that insurance applies to 15-day rentals or less. So we renewed our contract every 2 weeks so that the insurance from the credit card would protect us on our trip.
Yeah, and that saved us a lot of money in the long run. It was matched by the convenience of James, who came and picked up the car and brought us back the car whenever we re-upped the rental.
He would pull up right to the condo door and hand us the keys, and then he'd get off on his little scooter and drive away. Very awesome. It was always clean, well equipped, and filled up with gas. One of the nice things about our accommodations here in Waikiki is that it included a parking slip, and that was very valuable. We wound up renting from a property management company because you were able to avoid some of the surcharges and resort fees that Airbnb and other sites like that charge.
It's based in Waikiki Tourist District.
It's a 29-story high-rise, so it gives you that cool urban living. It also has a nice big lobby, very high security, and that's something you'll expect everywhere here in the island. The security is top-notch, so we felt safe the entire trip.
The Rooftop Entertainment area, it is absolutely a joy to be able to interact with. We have done parties up there, we've barbecued up there, we exercise up there, and you know what? There's even a pool and a sauna up there. So the views are spectacular. We see Diamond Head, we see mountains, and we can see Waikiki Beach. The flowering trees and shrubs here are always in bloom. It's like they don't have seasons.
Up here you can rent outriggers. Those are the traditional Hawaiian boats. You see guys on canoes or paddleboards coming down the canal for their morning exercise. Marla and I, we've seen several incidences of health emergencies and also quite a few people being towed away.
Yes, that's a struggle when trying to park in Waikiki.
It's a very pedestrian-friendly zone. So we needed a car, but you wouldn't need one even if you were staying here for an extended period.
People do a lot of walking here, and it's actually very hard to drive around because there's so many pedestrians here. Yeah, Waikiki is really an incredible spot for active lifestyle. There are people here doing all types of outdoor activities. There's, of course, golf to the north, but it is not unheard of to see someone walking blocks and blocks and blocks to the coast with a surfboard in tow. And so, we see people exercising all the time. Lots of walking and running always.
We're here on Waikiki Beach, and we're just hanging around on our morning walk. We got here, and I think we're just going to grab a coffee at the little stand at Kai Coffee.
Just some people watching.
Smile.
Hopefully I will not spill this all over.
I've got a mocha. It's a medium size, about $7, right here on Waikiki in the center of the action for a little people watching. A fine Thursday morning. I love Oahu. We really like it. There's all types of dining options, from food trucks to fine dining and everything in between. We've enjoyed some spectacular meals.
We've enjoyed the fresh seafood here. It is always local and always fresh.
We're here at the Paella Fish House. This is our second time we've been here during Waikiki, but the first time we've eaten in. It's just a really delicious fresh fish market, and usually the line is around the block, so we're lucky to have gotten in today.
So they have a style of cooking it called Cajun style, but you know what? I'll be the judge of that. I'll let you know how they fare out.
Okay, so here's the Cajun preparation. Looks like it's blackened all right.
Here's the test. Not bad. Certainly not South Louisiana. Not bad for Honolulu.
Looks good to me. And right across the street right here is the charbroiled preparation, and I'm going to see how that is. Either way, the freshest fish available on Honolulu, right here.
There's a strong Asian influence also. There's lots of different varieties of foods and cultural restaurants to enjoy here.
We've tried some new things like ramen and Korean barbecue we've really come to love, and Japanese and udon. The local markets are pretty easy to zip in and zip out. There's a chain called the ABC stores if you need to pick up something small. But if you'd like to go for a grocery shop, that's also available here in Waikiki. On the outskirts, there's also a Whole Foods. And if you are renting a car, you can get to a Costco, Sam's, Walmart, Target, all of the things you might be used to on the mainland if you're from the United States.
There are plenty of markets that pop up all over town, and some are kind of stable to the local community. And one we visited is called the Saturday Alamana Food Market, and we enjoyed some great food there.
That's where we had the ceviche, which we normally don't eat, but when in Rome.
Right, and it was made with shrimp. But they had other items there too that you could take home that were food related. Beekeepers and other local kind of delicacies, and as well as some really cool arts and crafts there.
And what I really enjoyed shopping for was the locally made women's resort wear. I mean, some of these dresses in the Hawaiian prints, some nice investment pieces, and also some nice souvenirs.
I really enjoyed talking to the woman who created those natural wood containers, and they were some really awesome pieces of artwork. All of the pieces are made from local driftwood here from the islands, and I thought that they were really kind of inspirational.
Waikiki Beach is the epicenter of the neighborhood, and it's only 1 square mile of beach that's actually a man-made beach.
And Waikiki is famous, of course, for its surfing.
From our neighborhood, I know there's several folks that get their surfing in before they go a full work day. You can always find people playing volleyball, doing paddle boards. There's a man-made wall that's built into Waikiki, a pier on one side and then the wall, so that your beginning swimmers and surfers can get their footings before they get out there in the waves.
And this wall actually creates a little pool so that families can bring their young children out and play safely in the surf right at the beach.
You've got your vendors, you can rent bicycles there. There's a nice walkway, very wide for pedestrians. Statues and monuments, which are famous with Instagrammers. The huge banyan trees just growing right there in the center of the beach.
So an average of about 4 million people visit Waikiki every year. So this is the place for all the action to happen.
There's the antique hotels or the old style hotels. There's art galleries. Some of the resorts that are lucky enough to be on the Pacific side have nice cafes where you can enjoy breakfast, lunch, and dinner. There's entertainment at any given time. You'll see poets and street performers. Just a really great city vibe.
The star of Waikiki Beach is its sunset, and it is something to behold. People gather here at sunset every evening and watch the glorious golden sun come to Waikiki Beach.
That's the time when the sailboats come out. There's some dinner cruises, people enjoying the water from the land and also from the sea.
And literally hundreds of surfers, local and visitors, come out at Waikiki to see the sunset.
The stars are coming out and the surfers are coming in.
So we took the Catamaran Trip from Waikiki Beach, and on a day that was very fair, so it was easy to navigate the seas. The seas were only about 3 to 5 feet high, but I gotta tell you, if it were any more than that, I'd have probably been in some serious trouble.
It's just beautiful getting a perspective of Waikiki and the surrounding area. Everywhere from Diamond Head all the way to the West Mountains is visible when you're in the Pacific looking back toward the island on the south side.
It did really give us a sweeping tour of Waikiki all the way from Diamond Head to Alamana.
We had friends with us. The name of the boat was the Mai Tai. It took off from the Sheraton Waikiki down by the Royal Hawaiian.
So here's my friends over here that are experienced sailors, right? And they say this is no big deal. So what do y'all think about this?
Awesome. Yeah, this is the boat for sailors.
All right, so we're having fun, right?
Yes, we are. Hey.
90 minutes in the water, not too crowded, great captain and first mate. They really knew how to do their stuff, and I felt very safe and very, very lucky to be out there on the Pacific in the middle of winter, just enjoying my life on vacay.
So we were able to take this tour with our son and some friends of his, and it was kind of a special thing for us because we really don't get to spend much time with them, and that was a nice event.
We were on the Mai Tai, and they had very reasonably priced Mai Tais, so we went ahead and had one. Kind of took the edge off of the boat ride. I will admit that the seas were a little grueling, even though they said it was a perfect day for sailing.
So did the Mai Tais help, or do you think it camouflaged?
I think either way it helped a lot. Waikiki for a couple of months should be on your bucket list.
Definitely. Life on vacay, Waikiki.